Stallion. This isn't for show. This is who I am. What's real never fades. What's true always lasts. It's about self. It's about purpose. It's about legacy. It's the new True Religion collection. Shop it right now on TrueReligion.com.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional?
evening. Welcome to the Gary Common Council for March the 24th. I'm Linda Barnes Caldwell, Councilwoman of the 5th District. The Gary Common Council will come to order. Madam Clerk, would you record the time? Councilman Washington, may we let us lead us in prayer?
Yes, ma'am. Dear Lord Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this gathering today as we do business for the great city of Gary, Indiana. Allow the words of our mouths, the meditations of our hearts, let them be acceptable in your sight. O Lord, our strength and our Redeemer, your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. May we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, may we have roll call?
Councilwoman Brown. Councilman Halliburton.
Present.
Councilwoman Ivy. Councilwoman Latham.
Check.
Councilman Tolliver.
Present.
Councilman Washington.
Present.
Councilman Wissington.
Present.
Councilman Williams.
Present.
And President Caldwell.
Present. I'm present.
Madam President, the vote is 9-0.
With a count of 9-0, the Gary Common Council has a quorum to conduct the business. Approval of previous minutes. May I have a motion?
Second.
We have a motion and second for approval of the minutes from the previous meeting. Roll call?
Councilwoman Brown. Yes. Councilman Halliburton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Ivy.
Yes.
Councilwoman Latham. Councilwoman Latham. Yes. Councilman Tolliver.
Yes.
Councilman Washington.
Yes.
Councilman Wissington.
Yes.
Councilman Williams.
Yes.
And President Caldwell.
Yes.
Madam President, the vote is 9-0.
With a vote of 9-0, the minutes from the previous meeting has been approved. Assignments of pending ordinance and resolutions.
CPO 2026-10, an ordinance accepting a grant from the Indiana Office of Court Services for the Problem Solving Court Program, sponsored by Judge Deidre Monroe, Gary City Court.
Ways and Means.
CPO 2026-11, an ordinance approving transfer of funds from Consolidated Operations Department 1101-602 to City Council Department 1101-20, sponsored by Linda Barnes Caldwell, City Council President.
Ways and Means.
CPL 2026-12, an ordinance approving 2026 additional appropriations for infrastructure projects for the City of Gary, sponsored by Mayor Eddie Melton, City of Gary, Salita Green, City Controller.
Ways and Means.
CPR 2026-01, a resolution of the City of Gary Common Council authorizing design-build requests for proposal, sponsored by Mayor Eddie Melton, City of Gary.
Ways and Means.
Madam President, ends assignment of pending ordinances and resolutions.
Councilman Wissington?
Madam President, could I do all four at the same time?
Yes, please.
Thank
With
you.
no objection.
Madam President, the Ways and Means Committee has before it CPO 2026-10, CPO 2026-11, CPO 2026-12, and CPR 2026-01. For the record, I approve these ordinances for reporting out to the council. President Caldwell,
Yes.
Councilman Washington,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ivy.
Yes.
Madam President, the majority of the Ways and Means Committee approved CPO 2026-10, 2026-11, 2026-12, and CPR 2026-01 for reporting out to the council.
All right. One more time.
Madam President, majority of the Ways and Means Committee approved CPO 2026-10, CPO 2026-11, CPO 2026-12, and CPR 2026-01.
All right. So we're done. Okay. Do we have any reports of special committees?
Madam President,
Yes,
I would
Councilman.
like to announce that we have a Republican who are placing the seat that's vacant. His name is Julian Carr.
You need to make a
Wait.
motion.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion.
So moved.
Motion. You,
Second. I'm sorry, I didn't finish it.
you didn't finish it.
Yeah. I'd like to make a motion to replace the vacant seat of Gary Public Transportation with the selected candidate, Julian Carr. I need a second.
Second. We've heard the motion. It's been seconded. Discussion?
None.
No discussion?
No.
We have roll call.
Councilwoman Brown? Councilman Halliburton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ivy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Latham? No. Councilman Tolliver?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Councilman Winsington?
Yes.
Councilman Williams?
Yes.
And President Caldwell.
Yes.
Madam President, the vote is 8 yes, 1 no.
With a vote of 8 yes, 1 no, the motion carries. Our new representative for the Transportation Board is Julian Carr. Is he here? No?
No, Madam President, he's not here. He actually had a conversation with the judge, and he will be sworn in tomorrow
Okay,
in our office.
all right. Any other special committees?
If I could, Madam President.
Special and
I'm
select?
sorry. Yep, special select. Okay. I just wanted to give a huge shout out to the At All Costs Basketball League that is held at Westside Leadership Academy on Saturday and Sunday. I must say that it is giving us back bitty basketball fields. Big shout out to Wesley Danzy and everybody that is working. I would love for everybody to come out and watch our young athletes on Saturdays and Sundays, especially Sundays, as the young men are playing well and our young ladies. And it's just good to see our kids doing something positive. And I would like to give a special shout out to my son, Quincy Tolliver, as he did play. He didn't score any points, by the way, but we're working on it, and he was running up and down the court. So it's just good. Get your kids involved and make sure they're playing in Gary. So that's all I got.
Anyone else?
Yes, Madam President.
Yes.
Piggybacking off of congratulating the children, I would like to extend congratulations again to the gentleman who's plays chess for Thea Bowman Leadership Academy. He was on a radio station this morning, and I wish them the best in their future tournaments. I did not get his phone number that he stated on the radio this morning for support, so hopefully someone will reach out and get that phone number so that we can show the young man that we do support him and wish him the best in that chess tournament. Also, I would like to speak on the traffic lights. If you notice, more and more intersections in the city have working traffic lights. So in my experience, I just want to say drivers be responsible and allow extra driving time, because those four-way stops were sort of like a stop and go, but there will be less stop and go, and you will have to stop red light, green light. So please, everyone, drive safely, pay attention to the intersection, and look out for those now working traffic signalization intersections that we all have so long awaited for. Thank you, Madam President.
Oh, thank you. Anyone else?
Madam President,
Councilman Williams.
thank you. I have one other question to Councilman Tolliver. The Biddy League that's coming back, will the districts be able to have their own? Glen Park have a Biddy?
So actually, everybody's just playing together now. So it's just one entire league that they play at Westside, but it probably will expand to more. But all the children in Gary are all participating at Westside Leadership Academy on Saturdays and Sundays.
My next statement, I want the residents of the 6th District to understand, winter is over, and we are trying to get to these potholes and get them repaired so that your cars won't be damaged. I've put in a lot of requests for these potholes, so be patient, and the city will respond to that. Thank you.
Madam President,
Councilman.
and good
Howard.
evening. Second district will have is breakfast. I'll be having my breakfast April 6th, the first Monday of the month, so we're going to bring that back. We're going to be at Jay's Breakfast, 26 in Broadway, and that's going to take place between 8 a.m. and 10. Please make your reservations at 219-881-1315. Also, I'd just like to give my condolences to the late attorney, Dr. Hall, John H. Hall, my mentor at IUN. He's joined the distinguished gentlemen that passed us by, Dr. Hatchett, Dr. Holland, and Dr. Lowry. Peace upon his family, and also a gentleman in my neighborhood who I consider my father as well. My condolences goes out to the Baffert family. Blessings to Keith and Yada. Their father passed away. They're going to have a view-in visitation Friday at, excuse me, I forgot that arrangements, but my condolences goes to that family. Thank you very much.
Madam President.
Yes, sir.
I would like to thank the public for coming out on Thursday, March 12th. We had the director of the Indiana Environmental Hoosier Council do an excellent presentation on data centers and the benefits, the liabilities, and the costs. He also said he is more than willing to work with the council because in many municipalities, they are structuring ordinances to ensure that the city is protected in case we go that way. I've made it very clear that the administration has not come to the council about that, but I think we would be able to put our best foot forward by having that discussion. I especially want to thank our President, Linda Barnes-Caldwell, for being able to be here. Councilwoman Ivy for being here. I know everybody's schedule was busy. And to you, Councilwoman Lori Latham, she provided me with some very interesting information that I'm going to forward to the entire council. People always say, Madam President, that it's safer to put a data center by the water. That's not necessarily so. And so Ms. Latham provided that information and research on how we need to be conscious of where we put a data center, even if we do it. I thought it was a great turnout, and for those who were able to miss it, I know during the week it's very hectic, but I really appreciate it, and we had a great turnout. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Anyone else? No?
Madam President,
Yes, sir.
if I could just correction on the celebration of Mr. Frank Baffert. His viewing and visitation will take place Friday, March 28th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Guy and Allen, 2959 West 11th, and that's in Gary, and his interment will be at Evergreen Memorial Cemetery in Hobart. Mr. Baffert, I remember the time that you taught me what jazz was in the garage. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Greetings, everyone, from the Indiana American Waterworks Association Conference, one of the largest gatherings of water utility professionals in the state of Indiana. If it were not for this, I would be there with you. But thank you to the staff for making it possible for me to attend on Zoom, or I'm sorry, on Teams. I wanted to add my voice to the condolences of to the family of Attorney John Henry Hall. Him and his daughter Jennifer have done such a good job of keeping the legacy of former Congresswoman Katie Hall alive, and his absence here on earth is going to be deeply felt by all of us. So my condolences to the Hall family. I also want to thank all of my colleagues of the Gary Common Council for your thoughts, your prayers, your texts, your calls, your visits, and for the flower that in the loss of my mother-in-law, Dan Ethel Latham. All the resolutions and condolences
Good evening. Please join the Calumet Township trustee for her second annual fire truck Easter egg drop, Saturday, April the 4th, 2026, Buffington Park, 200 East 7th Avenue in Gary. The event was from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Egg drop is 2 of them, 8 and under at 11:30, 9 and up at 12 noon. Please join us. Early voting starts April the 7th. Please make sure you're registered. Please make sure you vote. This is an important election, and every one vote counts. Thank you. That's it. Okay. We do not have anyone for public comment this evening. Yes. Ordinance and resolutions on third reading.
CPO 2026-02, an ordinance amending the sewer rate provisions of the City of Gary, Indiana regarding liens on rental property, sponsored by Councilman Darren Washington, Councilman at Large.
Madam President,
Yes, sir.
I make a motion for CPO 2026-02 to be laid on the table.
Second.
Second. We have a motion and it's been seconded. No discussion. CPO 2026-02 has been moved to the table. Roll call?
Councilwoman Brown? Yes. Councilman Halliburton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ivy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Latham?
Yes.
Councilman Tolliver?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Councilman Whittington?
Yes.
Councilman Williams?
Yes.
And President Caldwell.
Yes.
Madam President, vote is 9-0.
With a vote of 9-0, CPO 2026-02 is tabled.
Madam President, is pending ordinances and resolutions on third and final.
Okay. Ordinance and resolutions on second reading.
CPO 2026-10, an ordinance accepting a grant from the Indiana Office of Court Services for the Problem Solving Court Program, sponsored by Judge Deidre Monroe, Gary City Court. Would you like me to read? CPO 2026-11, an ordinance approving transfer of funds from Consolidated Operations Department 1101-602 to City Council Department 1101-20, sponsored by Linda Barnes Caldwell, President, City Council. CPO 2026-12, an ordinance approving 2026 additional appropriations for infrastructure projects for the City of Gary, sponsored by Mayor Eddie Melton, City of Gary, Salida Green, City Controller. And CPR 2026-01, a resolution of the City of Gary Common Council authorizing design build request for proposal, sponsored by Mayor Eddie Melton, City of Gary.
We have a date that we can do.
It would normally be
Madam Chair, point of order. Before we read this, I believe that administration would like to speak on CPR 2026-01. I think they want to waive all three readings regarding this because time is of essence. So I don't know if we want to give them opportunity before Councilman Wessington sets a date for these or not, but I just thought I'd inform the council.
You need a motion to suspend the rules of passage.
I would like to make a motion to suspend the rules for CPR 2026-01 to be waived on all three readings.
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Roll call.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Brown?
Yes.
Councilman Halliburton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ivy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Latham?
Yes.
Councilman Tolliver?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Councilman Whittington?
Yes.
Councilman Williams?
Yes.
And President Caldwell.
Yes.
Madam President, the vote is 9-0.
With a vote of 9-0, CPR 2026-01 will be read on all three readings.
Attorney Williams, do I need to make a motion for approval of the resolution?
You can do it after the.
Okay.
Well, we have a revision on it also.
There'll be a motion for substitution.
Yeah.
Good evening, Council, Madam President, thank you. I am here to present an overview for the request of CPR 2026-01. There are a couple different ways that a municipality can issue a procurement process to go through construction. Sometimes, and the traditional way is design, bid, build. That's where we hire a designer, we go out for public bid, and then we select a contractor based on that individual bid. The other way, which is the way that the convention center is traveling down, is a design-build procurement process. That is where the city creates a technical review committee, and that review committee issues a request for qualifications. They then score those qualifications and shortlist qualified bidders to move on to an RFP, whereby the teams then submit their package and their price to design and construct the project all together. The technical review committee met on August 4th of 2025 and reviewed the bids that we received. We received one bid, and that was from an AECom Hunt and Powers and Sons team. And through that process of scoring their proposals, they scored, collective score was 99 out of 100. And the committee approved them to move on to this process. When we only receive one bidder, we need to go to the council to ask permission to move forward into getting actual price proposals for the project, which is what your resolution tonight is for. And for clarification, the first whereas in your original statement that was, or packet that was published, the first whereas made the statement of the City of Gary, Indiana previously published a request for qualifications for the design build delivery for the Gary Convention Center project. That needs to be amended to say the Lake County Convention Center. This is for the new build next to the Hard Rock Casino that we were selected by from the Lake County Commissioners. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Madam President,
Yes, ma'am.
just out of curiosity, Ms. Sharp, with the design, build, procurement method or delivery method, how are change orders handled?
Change orders are handled in the same way as a normal design bid build. However, we in the design build process, we establish a guaranteed maximum price. And so because we have the design team and the construction team at the table, we are also doing something different. And so the City of Gary is going to be at the table throughout this entire design construction process. So really it's a collective collaboration. I don't expect change orders to really flush out into an actual change order number one, because it's a matter of negotiation through design and constructability of, do we want to do this versus this? So all so that we can manage a guaranteed maximum price.
And then, second question, was a build, operate, transfer, or BOT procurement method ever considered?
We did not consider a BOT primarily because we have the financing secured for this project. This project is going to be bonded by the Indiana Finance Authority by way of the Redevelopment Authority. And so we didn't need the funding that comes with the BOT method, and we're not looking to transfer ownership to a private entity to operate. We have a partnership with Hard Rock Casino in order to operate this facility.
Makes sense, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Madam President.
Council, I need a motion. Council, I need a motion for passage.
Madam President, are we done with questions? Okay. Well, motion to approve.
Second.
Now I need a motion to amend by substitution.
Second. Make the motion.
Second.
Substitution.
Second. Questions?
Yes, I have a question, Ms. Sharp. So, can you tell me again the company that was chosen through the RFQ? Who was that again?
The company, the design team is AECom, and the construction team is AECom Hunt and Powers and Sons.
And they will be developing the RFP?
They will be answering the RFP.
What does
So
that mean, answering?
we have, actually Johnson Consulting created the criteria with the county in order to be able to scope out the project. We have then used that to build our design criteria. We write a series of design criteria into a request for proposal, and then they submit an answer on how they're going to meet that design criteria, and they also submit a price, a guaranteed maximum price with that.
And which part of the convention center is the build? Is this the inside? Because I thought it was already structured.
This is the new Lake County Convention Center.
Correct.
Next to so it's a brand-new facility.
But the design was already laid out, right? So is this for the interior or?
I would say, what was presented to the Lake County Commissioners are concepts. And now we're gonna work to design the details in order to achieve those concepts.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
Madam President,
Yes, ma'am?
one more question. Who gets to be a part of the design team, Ms. Sharp?
Are
You
you,
said the city will be at the table,
yeah,
but, when you say the city, who is representing the city? And then also, is there any room for a member of the council to be a part of the design team?
we are going to have a series of committees, when it comes down to making the decisions for this project. Our agreement with the state associated with the financing, obviously the redevelopment authority will be at the table. Hard Rock will be at the table. I'm serving as the owner's representative for the table, and we can of course have conversations on how detailed the council wants to be involved as we move forward.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam President.
You said a vote on the. Okay. We need a roll call on the motion for substitution.
Councilwoman Brown?
Yes.
Councilman Halliburton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ivy? Councilwoman Latham?
Yes.
Councilman Tolliver?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Councilman Whittington?
Yes.
Councilman Williams?
Yes.
And President Caldwell.
Yes.
Madam President, the vote is 9-0.
With a vote of 9-0, the motion passes. Motion for substitution passes.
Madam Chair, I make a motion for approval of the amended version of Resolution 2026-01.
Second.
Okay. We have a motion and it's been seconded. Roll call?
Councilwoman Brown? Councilman Halliburton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ivy? Councilwoman Latham?
Yes.
Councilman Tolliver?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Councilman Whittington?
Yes.
Councilman Williams?
Yes.
And President Caldwell.
Yes.
Madam President, the vote is 9-0.
With a vote of 9-0, CPR 2026-01 passes. Councilman Whittington.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, I move to hear CPO 2026-10, 2026-11, 2026-12 on April 14th at the Public Safety Building at 5:30 p.m.
That's
Second.
You got two dates, one for the committee meeting and one for the
Oh,
14th is what?
Just put it in committee right now. That's the second.
Okay,
Yeah, that's fine.
okay. So, seconded. Okay, so it's been motioned and seconded. CPO 2026-10, CPO 2026-11, and CPO 26-12. Has a committee meeting on the 14th at 5:30. Where? Here? Public Safety Building. Okay. Roll call?
Councilwoman Brown? Councilman Halliburton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ivy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Latham?
Yes.
Councilman Tolliver?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Councilman Whittington?
yes.
Councilman Williams?
Yes.
And President Caldwell.
Yes.
Madam President, the vote is 9-0.
With a vote of 9-0, we'll have a public, committee meeting for Ways and Means, April the 14th at 5:30 at the Public Safety Building. Okay.
Madam President, that ends pending ordinances and resolutions on second read.
Okay. Report by city officials? No? Okay. So, okay. A motion has been made to adjourn. And seconded. Adjourned. Thank you.